Florida State. What do you got on the money line?
Oh, money line is Florida State plus 400.
Well, give me plus 400, 2,000.
2,000.
Come on, Kevin. Come on, Terrell. Come on, Kevin. Come on, Kevin. Come on, Kevin. I don't know.
There you go.
Come on, Kevin. Come on, Kevin.
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Jason? Hello, can you hear me?
So every bet you got to call in?
No, anytime like a little red dot comes up, I'll call. Yeah.
So how often does a red dot come up?
Not all the time. Certain games. It's more the game than anything else.
Oh, all right.
What's up? I don't know what dropped in here. 2,500 on Florida State.
Not like-
No, 2,000 only.
I'm sorry, 2,000 on Florida State. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
You guys got in play too over? Huh? You guys got in play? Bet? Okay.
Game's going to start.
Play shot. No, just say play shot. All right. 235.58. What's that? Okay, hit that. That's it? Alright, okay. Okay. Alright. So the most we'll take is 400.
Wait a minute. This is a college football money line.
Understood?
Most you're going to take is $400
Correct.
on a college football money line?
Yes.
I thought how was that?
That's the limit they want to take on that game.
Is this a sports book or what is this?
Sportsbook, yes.
Write it for 400. I'll take 1,600 back. All right, what's the new line?
What's that?
What's the new line?
What game?
Same thing, Florida State.
Still 400.
Write it, another $400.
Can't do it.
What?
The max is 400.
So you're telling me I can't keep betting 400?
No, if you were going to do that, then I would have just given you the full 2,000.
But if this guy comes up here, he'll get 400. So if I give him 400, he'll be able to get 400. Is that logical? Does that make sense?
Well, you just told me that's what you're going to do. So
I know,
obviously I'm not
obviously,
gonna
but does that make sense? Is his money greener than mine?
If he's not with you, if you're not associated together, and he wants to bet 400, then yeah, we'll take 400.
So his money's better than mine.
That's not what I'm saying.
But it doesn't make sense. You guys understand what I'm saying? It's not logical. Why should he get 400 and I can't get 400?
You did get 400.
But why can't I keep betting it?
Because 400 is the max.
But you didn't move the line. So why don't you just take
I don't move the line.
Who's moving this stuff?
Canby is our provider. They're the ones that move the lines and change the odds.
It's like you write a bet, you move the line, you write a bet, you move the line.
We don't just this book alone is not controlled these lines.
I
These
understand.
lines are controlled many books.
I understand. But you see what I'm saying though? Like think about
Not really.
Okay, you don't understand. So if I get 5-10 people here and I'm like, all right, everybody just keep walking up and bet
If
400.
we know you're going to do that, then we're not going to.
Okay, but let's just say you don't know. Okay, I just said this guy, but let's just say 10 other guys come, right? And I say, okay, everybody's going to come bet 400. Does that make sense? No, right?
Well,
You're going to have to write the action, right? You're going to have to write the bets.
at 400, that's the top.
Okay, but if I get 10 guys, you're getting me 4,000.
That's individually. We're not gonna keep.
But why don't you just write, and then let's just say after 10 bets, you move the line. Why don't you just write the first bet for 4,000?
That's the limit that we're willing to take on that particular market is $400.
But has the line moved?
No.
So the line hasn't moved. So I could go on that kiosk right now. And what's the limit on the kiosk? 300? I could keep betting on the kiosk 35 times. Is that what you're telling me to do?
I'm not telling you to do that.
Okay, but is
If
that,
you
but
continue to do that, then we're gonna unfortunately have to ask you to leave because you're going around our limits.
I'm going around your limit. I'm just going to the machine. The machine tells me 235. Instead of betting 35 times, let me bet 10 times right now. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's be logical. We want to make it. Why are we printing out 100 of these? Let's just do one.
The most that we're allowed to accept on that game is what we gave you.
The most you're allowed to accept on this game
On the one
at one
bet
certain time.
is what we just gave you.
Okay, if I come back tomorrow, can I bet it for plus 400? If the line is still the same? What's the rules here? If I come back in 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 days, tell me the rule.
No, you've already reached our.
So I cannot bet this again until the kickoff, you're telling me. This is it.
Correct.
So if I come back in 3 days, you're telling me that it's going to be a big security alert if I try to bet this for another $400.
Well, the game's tomorrow, so come back.
Okay, but let's just say I bet it on a Monday. And let's say it was 3 days, 6 days from now, whatever I'm saying.
I mean, is there a chance that you might get away with betting another?
I'm not trying to get away with anything. I'm just trying to bet.
I understood, but I've already explained to you what our limits are. So now you're telling me options of ways that you can go around our limits. So I don't appreciate that.
Okay, I'm not trying to say I go around your limits. What I'm
That's
trying.
exactly what you're doing.
Okay, fair enough. But because it's illogical. Because it's illogical. There's no such thing as every bookmaker in Las Vegas. Let's just say, right? Las Vegas is a good example.
Las Vegas.
Understood. I understand it, but is that a good example to use? They've been around for a long time. Is that a good example? Is that a good thing to go by?
No, it's not, because we're a totally different market in Las Vegas.
So you should. So you.
It's like comparing us to a bookie. We're not the same. The way we operate our book is independent of Vegas, of bookies, of whoever else. Parks Freehold operates as Parks Freehold. So our limit for Florida State against Miami is $400. You've already bet $400, so unfortunately we can no longer accept any more money from you on that particular market.
Even after the line moves.
It's a money line. It can't. The line can't move. The odds can change.
Yeah, the odds. Yeah, the odds can change.
Okay.
So if let's just say it went down to plus 390, I can't bet it again. Okay. You sure about that?
I'm positive.
That's the rule. That's the rule. All right, we'll leave it at that. Thank you, gentlemen.